Hello, and welcome to your favorite Bookish podcast, Fully Booked and Caffeinated. I'm Kelsey,
And I'm Heather.
and today we have our monthly bonus episode, Bookish Banter and More, where we discuss the other books we've been reading this past month, whether we recommend them, and also our other favorite pop culture obsessions. This is July's recap, and to be honest, I don't have anything to say about July because it's been a very, very rough month.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that. Let's talk about what we're drinking. What
Sure.
coffee? Do you have a coffee now, or did you have a coffee this morning?
Well, I
What's
had
your
a coffee this
situation?
morning, of course. I don't know how I would survive. Although I saw a
True.
meme today on Facebook, and it was like, I wake up to have coffee. It doesn't do anything for me. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I was like, coffee does not give me any form of energy,
Yeah.
but I need to have it. Otherwise, my whole day is thrown off.
And you'll also have like withdrawal headaches.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I just went to Dunkin' and I just got a caramel coffee, which was good. The Starbucks by me is closed for renovations right now. So
How dare they?
I know. So I'm like interested to see how that's gonna look. They have this weird wallpaper up on like the windows, like Starbucks decorative wallpaper. Like you can tell it's like a Starbucks-esque.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's the new thing there, if they're just blocking it so people can't see inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that serious, so I don't know why they would do that, but it's fine. But
Interesting.
So I had a coffee this morning, and now I'm just drinking a Pepsi.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Still getting your caffeine in there.
Uh-huh.
This morning I just made a coffee at home. I used my Nespresso. I had my Melosio Boost, which means it has more caffeine in it because I need it. And I had cinnamon roll coffee creamer. It was delicious. And I had it iced, obviously. Just the usual. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so do you want to start with your reads from this past month, non-pod related?
Sure. I had 4, and they're basically all romances. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So it is what it is. I read Wild Love by Elsie Silver. So she was an author that I read a lot last year. She did the cowboy romances.
Mm-hmm.
So
I recognize that name.
This one wasn't, but the main character was the brother of one of the characters from that series. So they're kind of now taking some characters from there and they're making a whole new series. So the second one I'm looking forward to, and this one too. But it was good. It wasn't my favorite one by her, but it was decent. Okay. It was spicy, so not bad. I would still recommend it. And then I read Confess by Colleen Hoover. When I tell you that I read this book in one day, I just couldn't put it down. And like,
really,
I didn't love it, but like I couldn't stop reading it. It was an interesting concept, but I didn't really like it. I don't know. But I couldn't put it down, and that's what's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's like I needed to know where it was going, I think, was the whole thing. And then once you get to the ending is like the shocker. And it was, but it also just didn't really make much sense to me. But she had me, and she had me reading it. She had me not able to put this book down. So I have to give it to her, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw, they've been putting all the new trailers out for It Ends With Us.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with all of the posts for Blake Lively that she's been posting. And now I'm like actually looking forward to it. I was a little worried when they were doing the set photos, but it looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I read Leather and Lark by Brynne Weaver, which was the second.
I'm so excited to hear about this.
Which was the second one to Butcher and Blackbird. Ironically, or not ironically, but surprisingly is the word I want to use. It was nothing like Butcher and Blackbird. Like, it was very different. Definitely still kind of the quirky, not the best writing, you know. But I think because Butcher and Blackbird was so graphic with like the serial killer thing, there was still like murder and everything in this book, but it didn't feel I wasn't as grossed out, I guess I should say, as I was with the first one. But this one was really good. So this one was arranged fake marriage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it was.
So you like this one better?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
And this one was Rowan's brother. So it was, God, I can't remember his name. Oh, Lachlan.
I don't remember.
It was Lachlan.
Okay.
So this was Lachlan, and then Lark, who was Salone's best friend. So this was them.
Okay.
So that was good. It was also very, very spicy. It's a lot of spicy books. And then my favorite book that I read this month was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I had listened to her first one, and it was very like sciencey, and this one was also sciencey, but I feel like reading it was actually better than listening to it. And I didn't hate the first one, but like I didn't love it. But this one I really liked.
Okay.
This one was enemies to friends to lovers kind of thing.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like the trope that this one is. More or less, these two kids were in high school or college, and she thought that the main guy didn't like her because he was weird around her, but he was weird around her because he was secretly in love with her. Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
But it was good. Like I like Ali Hazelwood because she writes really hot, nerdy guys.
Okay.
Like smart, nerdy guys, and like they're hot, and like the spice is good and everything. So it's not, I feel like this is like a classier spice. Like it's still spicy, but I feel like her books are a little bit more mature, I guess I would say, compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I see her all over Book Talk.
Yeah, like one just came out this year called Bride, and apparently that one's like vampires.
Really?
Which was interesting when I heard that, because all her books are sciencey, because she's a scientist, or was a scientist. So I heard Bride was like a supernatural spicy book. So I'll
That's interesting.
Read it, but, it's kind of gotten mixed reviews where you either love it or you hate it.
Okay.
But yeah, that was
because it's so different from her other stuff.
Yeah. So that was my books.
Okay, so you just had a whole month spice.
I did, actually. Oh, and then also I did have a DNF.
Oh, you did? What was it?
The priest sex book that was...
I tried. You told me about this.
It was Priest by Sierra Simone, I believe her name is. I tried, but it was also very badly written. And the spice like starts immediately to the point where I'm like, it's just porn without plot. Like that's all it is. It's literally book porn without plot. And those aren't my favorite. So I like a little bit of backstory. I like a little bit of, angst and build up. This one was more or less, the priest is already fucking her within like the second day he met her. So
yeah, that's
I tried.
A little much for me also.
Yeah.
I feel like you needed lighthearted books after The Women. Like we've been reading some pretty heavy books.
We have been.
And I just continued with the heavy books.
You just do.
Well, actually, I always do. I've been reading a lot of horror books. I'm going to take a refreshing break with our second pick for August. A nice, cozy, witchy mystery.
Seems perfect.
So I listened to Down the Rabbit Hole, which is Holly Madison's first book. She's written like a bunch since then. I did not love this at all. I do think it was really brave of her to come forward about how she was affected by her relationship, especially when, she wrote this several years ago, so it wasn't like the Me Too movement hadn't really started yet.
Yeah.
She knew that she would get a lot of backlash. But other than that, the whole book is just catty and gossipy. And she keeps saying she doesn't want to be associated with Playboy, but it's literally all she talks about in the entire book. She talks about her baby and her husband for like 2 paragraphs at the very end. And I'm like, oh, okay. And the whole rest just with Playboy. So anyway, I just didn't like it. And I have mixed feelings about Holly Madison anyway. Because I do think she's a little catty. But I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. And then I read Only If You're Lucky by Stacey Willingham, because I really loved Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. And there's another one.
All the Dangerous Things, the one that I
All the
have,
Dangerous Things.
the one that I have started and have not really read. But
You basically
you tell
DNF'd
me it gets good, so like I will. It's just chilling on my bed dresser. I will get to it.
Okay. There's too many books to read one that you're not into.
I know. That's why I'm kind of like, I'll get to it. I'll get around to it.
Yeah. So this one is about a group of 4 super close friends. They're all in college, and it just really explores like the complex relationships between women at that age. So there's a lot of tension because one of the friends is one of those, you want her to love you so bad that you'll do anything she says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought the pacing was a little bit slow. And so there was this huge twist at the end, and it didn't really match with how slow the story was. But it is, I mean, it's a twisty thriller. It's entertaining. There's nothing amazing about it, but I just read a lot of thrillers, you know? So it's got to be really good to impress me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I listened to Saving Noah by Lucinda Berry. This book is fucked. It's giving My Dark Vanessa.
Oh.
But not as good, of course, because I loved My Dark Vanessa. But it's about a mother whose son was sent to a juvenile center for being a pedophile.
Wow.
Wait, he wasn't, no. He wasn't a pedophile because he wasn't 18. He sexually assaulted young girls, though.
Okay.
And so that all happens like in the past. And the book starts with him being released and the mom dealing with him coming back and the dynamics of the family changing. And it's just so dark. And Lucinda Berry has that very unique style of centering her books around the psychology of the mind because she's a psychologist. So I thought it was a good book. I don't think it's something I would recommend because I could have lived my whole life and not read this book. Like, I liked it, but it's not, maybe it shouldn't exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like My Dark Vanessa where it was like, I actually felt like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not sure. Anyway, on to the next. Okay, so then I read The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. I think I listened to this one too. This is a really good summer read. It's about these 2 childhood best friends, and they're having trouble now that they're adults because they're just jealous of each other and they're always competing. But they're trying to reconnect. So they go stay in this Italian villa. A murder had taken place, I think like 50 years ago or something. And the story switches between the POVs and the timelines. It's very fun. There's lots of drama in both timelines. I don't know. I liked it. It wasn't the best, the most well-written book, but it's definitely a fun summer read where there's a lot going on, but it's still easy to follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I listened to The Safe Place by Anna Downs. This was a wild ride. I liked the beginning. The middle was okay. The ending went off the rails. I had a lot of unanswered questions.
So it started decently and then just kind of went.
I was like, oh, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and more far-fetched. I don't like this trope in general, which I won't say because it's a spoiler, but that's probably why I didn't enjoy this as much. I think that other people would like this more. It's just that this trope, I'm just like, once that was revealed, I was like, oh, okay. You know, and then I read Suffer the Children by Craig DeLuey. This is an apocalyptic cautionary tale complete with child zombies who are also vampires.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, sure is. Big social commentary on parenting and what lengths parents will go to for their children. I loved the concept and I did think it was good, but I wasn't excited to go back to reading it. Like, it took me almost a week to finish this book, and it's not that long of a book, until the last 100 pages or so. And then I like raced through the last 100 pages. So after I finished it, I was like, okay, that was good, but it wasn't my favorite because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell if I like a book because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to keep reading it. But it is also very unique. So
gotta give
if you're into that type of horror, yeah, it's definitely interesting to read. And then I read Burn the Negative by Josh Winning. This is the book that was my result from last month's book quiz.
Well, how was it?
It was spot on, just as we expected. As soon as we recorded last month, I went on Libby, put it on hold,
Yeah.
and it ended up being ready. So it's another cursed film genre, which I'm loving lately. And this is a mix of suspense. There was some campy slasher stuff, like
Nice.
Scream-ish,
Yeah.
and there's also paranormal. So I really liked it. I liked the ending. The ending was really, really good. The middle got a little bit repetitive, so I think I only gave it 4 stars instead of 5.
Okay.
But it was just the fact that I got this from this book quiz, and
I know, that's
I
so
really liked it.
mine's still on hold because I did mine too on Libby, and
Hmm.
I'm still waiting for mine to come through.
I can't wait to see if it was,
That's so funny.
yeah.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
really happy that came up. And then last but not least, my favorite book of the month was Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. This book is trippy as hell and super weird, but it's kind of my vibe. It's all about the loss of identity and motherhood, but it's told through just a full-on fever dream. Like this mom thinks that she's turning into a dog or a wolf or
Oh,
something. And yeah, like it's very weird. The ending, super unexpected, super satisfying. I was just so entertained. It's weird because it's such a strange concept, but the underlying themes of like feminism and motherhood and, the way society puts
mm-hmm.
down being a homemaker, all that stuff was so spot on. This will definitely not be for everyone because the writing is very chaotic, very scattered. It's all run on sentences, but it fully captured the mindset of
Nice.
this main character who thinks she's turning into a wolf.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah. So that was my favorite. And the cover of that book is just like hands holding a raw steak. Yeah. So it's very intriguing.
Mm.
And I was able to read a little bit of it in the Boston Public Library. We went to
Oh,
Boston.
that's nice. That's
Yeah. So
fun.
that was nice. All right, so that's all my reads. Like I said, actually, there's only a couple horror ones, but they've just been sticking with me, I guess.
They have been.
Okay, so any upcoming releases that you're looking forward to?
Honestly, there's nothing coming out in August. I was looking
There really
today just to
isn't.
kind of get an idea, and it's a lot of like unknown authors or popular authors that I haven't read any of their books. Like one of the a really popular fantasy author has like another book coming out in her series. I don't remember
Okay,
I don't remember which one it was, but I recognize the cover from it's like the same kind of cover as her other ones.
gotcha.
So that
Hmm.
was coming out. But nothing else really caught my eye.
Yeah, I saw some ones that looked good based on the covers, but I
A
didn't
couple
recognize the
cool
authors or
covers.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen Slaughter does have a new book coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's called This Is Why We Lied, and it's number 12 in the Will Trent series. So she's really on a roll. I have been slacking in my getting through the Will Trent series, so I'm going to have to get back on that.
Yeah,
But
because now you got a
God,
new
there's
one.
just so many books. I'm so behind. It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of time to read. Actually, adding audiobooks in has really helped me get more books
That's great though.
consumed. But it makes such a difference with the narrator.
Yeah, I try to like if I don't like the narrator, I don't know that I can get through it. But the one that I've been
Hmm.
listening to now is actually the same narrator that did Funny Story by Emily Henry. And she's
Okay.
I think her name is Julie. I know the last name's Whalen, but I can't remember the first name. But she's like a very, very popular audio book. Like
Okay.
people like her stuff.
Hmm.
So I like her. Because the book I'm reading now, I don't want to talk about it until I finish it. But a lot of different accents, and
Oh, and she does
she does
them?
them really, really well. And she
Okay.
keeps you. And like you're enthralled. Like you're not bored by her voice. So
Hmm.
to date, I haven't really. No, wait, there was that one book that I didn't like the audio. I think it was One Dark Window. I didn't like the girl that did that one. But so far, so good. So I think that if I see her name, I'll probably listen to hers.
Hmm.
But also the one that
Yeah.
did Our Dark Vanessa, I really liked that
Oh,
audiobook.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. Because I also liked when they were doing the younger voice that it wasn't cheesy. It was
Mm-hmm.
just slightly different.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I got to find out her name because I would listen to other
Listen.
books that she was
Mm-hmm.
narrating for sure.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, like we talked about, the summer is just not a huge time for new
it's not.
releases. Same with TV shows. Nothing new has really started yet. There's some stuff starting.
I know Big Brother started and The Bachelorette started. Those like the new things that I've started this month.
Yes.
And Claim to Fame.
Oh, okay. I don't watch that one, and then when does the challenge start? August or September?
I was right. Her name's Julia, not Julie. Julia
Julia.
Whalen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The challenge, I actually don't remember. But I did finally finish All Stars.
Okay. What'd you think?
It's almost kind of annoying that Laurel's the one that won, just because like she didn't do anything to get her star until the very last time that she could.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Cara definitely got robbed because I think that to overcome the adversity that she had in this season with everyone kind of being against her and
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And then I think it was kind of unfair the advantages that they got with when someone was voted out in the final, they could give their star to somebody else.
I have mixed feelings about it because I
Yeah.
think it's a great thing to have in there because it does depend on your
Mm-hmm.
political game,
Yeah.
but it just so happened that
It
Laurel got everyone's star.
exactly, and so it made
Yeah.
her able to win because
Yeah.
she had so many advantages like going in. So
Yeah. I I'm kind of happy that Kara didn't win. I just think she's so whiny
oh
and like
yeah,
plays the
oh
victim.
yeah,
Even though they
100%.
do kind of gang up on her, I'm like, I don't care. I wanted Leroy to win so
Oh,
badly.
I was so bummed when he like didn't get that far because I was like
I
really, really
know.
rooting for him. Because the same thing with like Ace, like I don't feel like Ace deserved to be there because like he didn't really
He didn't even
do
want to be there. He was like
anything.
shocked that he was
Yeah,
there.
and then he's like, I can't eat these bugs because I love bugs, and I'm like, okay, that was
And he
weird.
set them free at the end.
But I mean, I loved that.
I
But that
was
was so
dying.
weird that he's like, he was having an actual conniption about having to eat
Oh yeah.
these live things because he just had so much love for them. And I was like, couldn't be me.
Couldn't be. I'm not eating them because I hate them.
exactly.
I mean, more power to him. He
uh-huh.
he was just looking around every day like, wow, I can't believe I'm still here.
Literally, he was like flabbergasted.
He's also such a sweetheart.
Oh
Like
my god,
he's
I love
so
him. No, I
pure.
love him. Yeah.
Did you listen to when Johnny Bananas had him on his
No, I
podcast?
haven't listened to his
Oh,
podcast in a while.
and they're really close friends. And you
Mm.
just wouldn't expect it because Bananas is an asshole and Ace is so sweet. But even anytime that Bananas would say something about like Kara or Laura,
Mm-hmm.
anyone, Ace would be like, oh, I don't know that. No, I don't think that's true. And it was just so cute. So he does seem like a sweetheart.
He does.
So other than that, all we've been watching is Love
Love
Island
Island.
USA.
Oh my god, Love
And
Island USA took over my life out of nowhere. And it's just so incredible how different this season was from last season. It completely blew it out of the water.
mhm,
And we were talking about how we didn't get the hype for Leah, and I definitely think it's because we're too old.
100%. Because the hype is real. Like
And I love her. I
she made
definitely
it to
love her.
second place.
Yeah, and she also now has 2 million followers on
Oh
Instagram.
my gosh.
She like
Yeah,
announced today. Yeah.
she grew on me. At the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, I didn't like her, but the fact that she was able to take accountability for how she was acting, and
Yeah,
she was definitely,
that whole scene with her at movie night and like being so apologetic to Rob, you
mhm.
have to respect someone that young that's able to like to own up
And
to the shit
even
that they did.
the way that she talked to Miguel about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, I wouldn't want to be around someone like that. She's like, I understand. I wouldn't either. Like, I totally
Yeah.
get it. So
Mm-hmm.
she was, after that, she definitely became more mellow and more just honest with her feelings, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of abrasive and stuff like that.
And I really like Nicole and Kendall, but he was more obsessed with her. And I think that his confession of love made it kind of forced her hand to say it, because I don't think she truly feels it. Yeah. And I feel bad. And like, I know, and a lot of people on the internet like Nicole, but they don't like Kendall.
A lot of people don't like Kendall.
Which I can see why. Like, you know, he's kind of two-faced. Like, he actually really is. Like, he definitely tries to come off as one way, but then he acts a completely different way. So it's kind of, you know.
I mean, he was giving messy Mitch.
He was the messy Mitch of the season for sure.
Yeah.
But the friendship between Serena, Leah, and Janae was like literally the biggest love story of the season for sure.
Amazing. And like when that last recoupling or the last dumping, whatever, as soon as Leah found out she was staying and she like runs over to Serena, gives her the biggest hug, and then Janae gets it. That was really, really cute. Yeah. They were so close. But yeah, I think I am glad that Serena and Cordell won.
Me too. I think that they deserved it, and because their journey was literally wild. Like, it went from Serena friend zoning him to then wanting to like be with him, and then Cordell going buck wild in Casa, and then coming back, and then Serena just being the queen bee that she is.
Incredible. But also, I didn't like her at the beginning either because I thought she was messing with Cordell.
So she grew on me too.
Yeah, and you like watched her open up. By the end, they had PDA, they were hugging, they were kissing all the time. I did not think they would get to that point. And he just seems so sweet.
I know. He really does. And he's so young. And I kind of forget how young he is. Like, he's only like 21. He's like 22. Yeah, he's really young.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. Because I remember Serena was because Serena, I think, was also skeptical about him because he was younger than her. And she didn't want that. But he's very mature for like his age. And I feel like he's so humble coming from a famous athlete brother. You wouldn't.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of guys would flaunt that to try to get.
And he never even mentioned it once. Like, none of them knew.
No. But, of course, I hated the whole Kayla and Aaron situation. It just wasn't a good look.
And she's got to be having a very rough time now.
I don't know. They're all in Universal together today. Like, it's Kayla, all the couples. Miguel's not there because Miguel's not in the States. But Rob was there. I saw Rob in the background.
Well, that's Aaron's other partner.
Yeah, because Kayla and Aaron were there. Serena and Cordell. Oh, I don't think Kenny was there. Was Kenny there? I don't know. It was not everyone's story. But like, Leah's there. Everyone was there.
So do you think that they are having this reunion because of how successful the show was?
Yeah.
I think they didn't have a reunion planned.
No, they didn't. And I think
they planned it after.
Because of the way that this season just went. Like, I don't think it's ever been watched as much as any other season.
They said it was like the top streaming
it's crazy
season. And also, so usually they do the After Sun like right after they leave the villa, immediately after. So obviously they're like, yeah, we're still together. It's been 5 days. But they're going to have time to see all the stuff on the internet, to watch the whole thing back. Kayla's going to see like what actually Aaron did. All before this reunion. I'm so freaking excited for this reunion. I can't wait.
I know. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be so chaotic. And like, really speaking of this, we both watched or listened to Rob's Call Her Daddy episode today. And he was getting grilled so hard about Leah, and the entire like internet wants them together. And you can tell that Rob regrets every choice he made and that he didn't end the show with Leah.
Yes. But I also think he was very clear about the fact that he wouldn't have been able to trust her. But it sounds like he didn't trust anyone. The episode was kind of depressing.
Yeah, he's like, I need to go to therapy.
And he was like, I thought this was going to be fun. This isn't fun. Because he was just talking about how all the reasons he needs to go to therapy, and he just seems lost, but he is so hot.
I know. And he's so young,
Even
but
in
I'm like,
those
but I'm so,
dumbass
I know. I'm
overalls.
like, I'm so attracted to this young boy.
Oh, man. And like the fact that you could see his snake tattoo in those dumbass overalls,
Does
that
it do it
gets
for
me.
you?
Wow.
He's such an
I
odd
am
choice.
toxic, just like Leah. Oh my
Oh my
God.
god. He's such an odd choice for Love Island because he's so quiet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
And he's so embarrassed about his under the pool moment,
so
which I
embarrassed.
think is hilarious.
I've been trying to find. I'm hoping that eventually I can find it on the internet. But apparently, like Andrea was posting a shit ton of videos as she was watching the show progress. That it
Yeah.
was like kind of icky, and people were saying like they're not surprised that she deleted all her videos. And so I guess like when Rob got out of the house and he saw them all, he was like, because I know he had said on the episode that had said she doesn't like drama and this and that. And then when he
Mm-hmm.
gets out of the villa, he just sees all these videos that she'd posted. I don't know what they were, but I'm
Yeah.
trying so hard to find like a Reddit thread or something that will
Oh, I'm
tell me
sure
what I
they're
missed.
somewhere.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm sure they're on TikTok. But also, she was on the show for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So she got a lot of opinions for someone who was on there for 2 days. I don't know.
But I like
I'm
that Alex
surprised though.
Cooper to like Rob was like, yeah, like, your friend Aaron there,
Oh my
kind of a
God.
terrible
She's like,
person.
you're actually here so I can ask you what the hell Aaron was doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But that's why I think Rob is a good guy because he was saying to Aaron, you need to own up to your
Mm-hmm.
shit. You need to, her feelings are valid. She
Yeah.
has a reason to feel this way. Like he was not babying him. He
No.
was not coddling him about it. And he was like, I was shocked. I was shocked that he was out here making out with someone else. We all were. We all were,
Yeah.
Rob.
And I hated that he like didn't take any accountability when he got back into the villa. Like it was just kind of icky.
He took advantage of her
Mm.
being so forgiving and so into him.
Yeah. Didn't like it.
I hate it. Anyway, I can't wait for this fucking reunion. Okay. So other than that, we're both behind on Love Island UK because it's
Yes.
not Love Island USA.
I know.
And that's that.
I'm like a week behind.
I watched The Mole on Netflix. We
Mm.
actually just finished it before we started recording. We watched the last episode.
Was it a good season?
It was good. The person I wanted to win didn't win, but it was still good. I mean, that's a good show. It's
Yeah.
just,
I actually started like the first, but I mean started. I mean I got 10 minutes into it. The first episode of the new season of Too Hot to Handle, and I was like, I don't know if I can. I feel like I've reached the point where I'm like kind of done with the show.
yeah.
I'm just like,
It's just,
I'm like, do I really want to
like,
watch
I think
this?
I'm too old for this.
I know. I was like, I think this one is just not doing it for me anymore. So I don't know that I don't
Yeah.
know that I'm going to fully watch it. If I do, it'll just be like background when I'm like reading or something, just to have it on.
I think that's what I'm going to do because I want to know the people for the
Future
third season of
things.
Perfect
Yeah,
Match.
exactly.
But speaking of, did you listen to the episode of Love to See It where they interviewed Britain?
Oh, did they? Was it
Hmm.
good?
Yeah, it was really good. And is that her name?
I think so.
She had pink hair.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
Britain.
Wow. I just was like, wait, do I mean Brayton? No, of course I don't. I hate that man. Yeah, she had some behind the scenes tea and it was good. Definitely listen to it.
Okay.
It was a good one. All right, other than that, when I was at my parents' house, we stayed up all night and binged Fool Me Once on Netflix, which was one of the Harlan Coben ones. Have you seen that there's a whole series of Netflix TV series or limited series
It's
that
like
are
this
based
author,
on
right?
Yes, yeah,
I
but
literally just read something about this like
there's at least
today or
8 of them.
yesterday. Yeah. But I never
So
watched
there's
them.
Yeah, so we only watched this one. There's like 8 of them. They're all based on different Harlan Coben books. The reason we actually were about to watch 2 other ones, but those ones were dubbed with subtitles. So it's weird that they have this series, but they're all different.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of them was like Italian, one of them was Polish, I think. So, and we couldn't really pay attention enough to put it on subtitles. So So that was good. The middle got kind of crazy. There was like so many things going on, but the ending was really good. So I
Okay.
was surprised by it.
No, I think I was literally just reading about that, and that it was really people were really liking it.
Yeah, because that one specifically came out this year. It did say
Mm-hmm.
2024. I don't know when, but
I think it was recent.
yeah. So that was good. And then we finished Your Honor. I had started it. I talked about it on our last episode, but we finished the second season. I didn't like it. Eric
Okay.
liked it. I just thought it was so far-fetched that it kind of made me crazy. But it
I
was
feel
entertaining.
like I just don't have time to watch scripted shows. Like I still need to watch the new season of The Bear, and there's so
I
many
know, me
there's
too.
so many new shows that have come out. Like I really want to watch that show Shogun. That looks
Okay.
really good. That's on Hulu. I really want to watch. There's just so many. There's like literally too many. I can't even think of the names of them. But
Hmm.
there's a bunch of like Hulu originals, like Under the Bridge, which has Riley Keough in it, the girl from Daisy Jones and the Six.
Hmm.
Like she's in
Hmm.
it, and there's a bunch of HBO shows came out that I wanted to watch, and I just don't understand how to do this anymore. How
I
to
know.
how to read, how to watch TV, how to have a life, how to be a mom, how to work, how to sleep, how to shower.
There's not
Nothing. I
enough
can't do
time.
any of it. Listen to new music, listen to podcasts. I'm like, bro, there's just not enough time in the day. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I listened to two podcasts this whole month. I'm like, who am I? I used to listen
I
to a
know
podcast every
I've
day.
really slacked on podcasts this month, but this past week I've actually got pretty caught up on like a bunch of them.
Okay.
Well, mainly I've been trying to. I'm now in the May episodes of Armchair Expert. I had been so behind, like I just was,
Okay.
but I'm fully caught up on the Love to See It Bachelorette recaps because I love
Yeah.
those.
I actually haven't been watching the episodes. I've just been listening to the recaps.
That's actually all you need, to be honest, because I
Hmm.
already don't love this season. So
I watched the first episode, but they tell you everything you need to know
they
in
really
the
do.
recaps.
No, they really do.
So,
Yeah, and it's not a great season already.
yeah,
The
it just
men,
seems like there's so much drama.
they just don't pick good men. They never ever do.
There's just not any good
Mm-mm.
men left who are willing to go on reality dating shows.
No, and you have Sam M in this past week basically threatening violence on another contestant multiple times.
Yeah.
So
Like
cool.
saying he would step on his
Yeah,
neck?
it
The
wasn't a good,
hell's the matter with
not a
you?
good look. And there's
Dude, you're on
just
TV.
yeah, bad boy sexual attention is all Jen has with him. It's gonna come.
Oh, yeah. It kind of gives me Luke from Hannah Brown's season vibes where everyone hates
Well,
him, but
he
she has the insane chemistry.
Sam M even said in one of his DRs that he's gonna be a Chad, which like so
Yeah.
like he's owning up to the fact that he's a fucking dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
But then he tries to come off so sweet to Jen. I'm
I know,
like,
they're just
I
I
can't.
can't. All these
Ugh.
men and like Sam N confessing his love at the fucking oh my god, no. I
Please
actually
stop. Please stop.
cannot. There's like two
I
dudes that I
know.
like, and that's it.
It's not a promising season. And I
No.
really love Jen, so it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I personally think that she's walking. I don't think she's gonna get engaged to anybody.
That's a very good possibility.
Hmm.
That's a very, very good possibility.
That's my thought. We'll see if I'm right. I
Yeah.
actually didn't look at any spoilers, so.
Yeah. Or she just tells them that she doesn't want to get engaged. She just wants
Hmm.
to date or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't see her getting
None of
engaged
these
either.
men
But
seem like good candidates for husbandry.
yeah, and she also has, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, she has trust issues and like
Hmm.
issues opening up and stuff because she's had bad relationships. So it's going to be really hard for her to trust someone that quickly.
Yep.
The whole premise of the show is just
The whole premise of all these
doesn't
goddamn
make sense,
dating
okay?
reality shows.
At least Love Island, they're actually spending a ton of time
And that's
together.
why their relationships can be on such a fast track because they're spending every single day together.
Hmm. But on The Bachelorette, the person that they get engaged to, they've probably spent a total of 10 hours with. Total. That's crazy. No, I guess if they do a full day
It'll be a little
date,
bit more than that. Maybe a
that's
week,
probably like
a
8
week's
hours.
worth. I'd go like a week's worth.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Did you watch anything else? Did you listen to anything else? What else
No,
happened?
I really, really didn't. And like I said, like I started Big Brother and Claim to Fame, and that's about it. The season of Big Brother, have you started it at all?
No, I forgot about it.
It's weird. So we'll see how that goes.
Great.
Yeah, I'm not loving it, but I like force myself to watch it
I
every
know.
season, and
I
then I hate
haven't
it by
looked
like the
it in a
end.
while.
Yeah, so we'll see. But there is one contestant that I really like. She's this tiny Asian American girl, Rubina,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like 5'1", but she's full of so
Uh-huh.
much fucking energy, and like I love her.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm rooting for her. So we'll see how that
She's
goes.
gonna drive people crazy though.
Yeah, she is 100%.
Okay.
Or no,
Great.
she's Filipino. That's what she is. She's Filipino
Okay.
because there's two Filipinos in the house. It is a very diverse season. I will give it that. A
Okay.
lot of diversity,
Good
but
for
that
them.
never, not that it really ever lasts. So
Doesn't last. Yeah.
it's always a white male at the end.
Except that one glorious season with the cookout. We'll never
Uh-huh.
have that again.
Nope.
Okay. Wow. Well, we're in dark times anyway.
Yeah.
So it's dark, dark times around here.
Oh, my Facebook has been fun.
Oh, I thank the Lord every day I don't have Facebook because
Oh,
it's not the time to be
it's
there.
not. It's really, really not. And I just, nope. No, thank you.
No, I'm good. I'm
Mhm.
good because Instagram and TikTok only show me what I want to
Me
see
too.
because they work on the algorithm. So
Yeah, exactly. Facebook
I
is a
like
dark, dark
being
place.
coddled. Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally there was a follower, or I'm sorry, there was a friend of mine on Facebook that unsubscribed from Netflix because Netflix gave money to Kamala Harris. So they're like, I
Oh
can't
my
support Netflix
God.
because they gave money. And I'm like, okay. She posted that she canceled her account, and the reason the box she put like because they gave money to Kamala Harris. So, and she posted that to Facebook. I can't. I shouldn't be
I
on
hope that
Facebook.
someone donates in her name. That's my
Uh,
favorite thing that people do.
God, I might do it because it's rough. It's rough around here.
I'm trying to find a joke on my candy
Oh,
wrapper.
and your Laffy Taffies. To end
Yeah,
on a funny note.
exactly. These are such bad jokes. Okay, this one
Mm,
is decent.
okay.
All right. Anything else we need to discuss?
No, it's July is done and over with.
Listen, we'll do better next month,
We say
maybe.
this every month. We'll do
We won't do
better.
better next month. We have 3 episodes next month, plus our bookish banter, so give us a break.
Godspeed.
But we love you. Okay, here's my joke. What did one eye say to the other?
Oh, I don't know.
Between us, something smells.
Wow. Wow.
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Now I think the new ending needs to be a bad joke to every
Okay.
episode.
I've got more Laffy Tappies.
Laffy Taffy.
Wow,
Laffy
Laffy
Taffy.
Taffy is also so good, and I forgot. I haven't had Laffy Taffy in a long time. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Where's my sign off? Here we go. Well, that's all we have for you this month. If you like what you heard, please make sure to follow, subscribe, and rate and review the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. If you have any book recommendations or questions for us, you can email us at fullybookedcalfpod@gmail.com. Also, go and follow us on our socials to see our upcoming reads, book recommendations, all types of fun stuff. We're on Instagram and TikTok at fullybookedcalfpod. Thanks for checking us out, and remember,
If you need us, we are fully booked.
bye!